Hello everyone. Welcome to our first class, that is our orientation class. So this class will be in English, but for all class, like in each for each class we have from first to last, it will be one in Bangla and one in English. So let me introduce myself first. So I'm Dr. Khan. So I'm the person whose voice you will be listening for entire 8 months. Like, first of all, it will be 2 3 hours, but after that, you will get so used to, and you will love my classes so much that even in dreams, you will hear my voice. And all day, my voice will be in back of your head, and of course, in the exam hall, and it will help you to pass. Anyway, so how do I know it? People tell me, like in every diet, in every diet. Almost we have in every diet enrolled candidate from the first, like 150, 120. 120 is minimum, 150, 160. So from there, like a lot of people, after some days a lot of things happen, life happens. Some people get married, some people leave the country, some people leave the world. No, I mean, some people don't leave the world, but the MRCS world. Okay, some people change their decision. And then, like, almost like last April, 52 candidates passed, and 60, almost 61, this 61 people gave the exam. And for January, people don't let me know before exam that they booked the exam. I ask them, did you book the exam? Did you? No, no one says anything. Like whenever I give a post, did you book the exam? No one tells me anything. And not even my team. Then after the exam, we get that sometimes 40 people books the exam, sometimes 45. So this happens. So all these people, like almost in every day, 10 to 15 people tell me this, that even if I go shopping, sometimes I hear your voice. Because people love my classes and they watch again and again, and then this thing happens. So I'm that guy. So this is the first day you know me, and you will remember me all your life, because these classes will change your life. Either you give MRCS or not, either you continue the full course or not, you will always remember my classes, because it will help you in such a way that you never knew up to this day that this exists. So that's how it is. So so we are starting our September batch, and this is the first batch for September 2026. So 8 months we introduced it just this year. Before that we had 6 4 3, but now we have 8 6 5 4 3. Why? Because demand, it's increasing. Some people says we want to start early, we want to start early. So then we started 8 months, and 6 months is standard. Like people who have uh, not much job pressure, but they have time, much time, but they want to slow. So 6 months, 8 months is ideal for them. Those who want to take some time, because it's a vast ocean of syllabus. And who am I? I am your stick. What is a stick? Remember the stick from the story of Moses, Musa? I'm that stick. So what you do, you stand in front of that ocean and place the stick in front of ocean, and the way appears. So this is the way. So I'm that stick for you. Okay. So now I will be telling you the syllabus first. Okay. So let me tell you my what I'm going to talk about today. Number one, syllabus. Okay. Number two, exam type, pattern, question type. Then we will have. Sorry, guys, it's winter. So question type. Then we will be talking about um, our structure. How did we make the notes? How did we organize the routine? So what's our goal for this thing? What's our goal? Why our structure is important? Because of memory principles. There are a lot of studies and memory uh, principles. Like remember, if you people like to watch movies, there is a movie called Rain Man, and there is a person in that movie. Whatever he sees, whatever he reads, he can remember every single thing with every detail with just one glance. And all his life, he read almost 12,000 books and he remembered it all, including which day he read it, plus what happened that day, plus what was at the news that day. So this movie is based off a real life story of a person, and I forgot the name. See, it's a dream for us. Like this person could remember all these things, but look at me. I just forgot the name of that person. So we are all like this. So what's the problem with remembering all these things? This is our dream, right? That whatever we study, we will remember everything, and we don't have to study. Like in Bangladesh, we have like Shere Bangla Eke Fojlul Haq. Like you take my book, read one page, tear it down, throw it away. Okay. But that doesn't really happen, guys. See, me, I forgot the name of that person. So what's the problem with that? What's the problem with that? The problem is scientists took his CT scan and they saw that he doesn't have a gap in like in simple words, he doesn't have the gap. Like we have a bridge in between two hemispheres, right? But he doesn't have a gap in between two. No, like no bridge, no gap. Like we have a gap, right? We have a gap. There is no gap. It's connected totally. So for this, he could not lead a normal life. He never could get married. Like this is a good thing actually. Like marriage is a stressful thing. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you from Google. Like Rain Man. It's a movie. It's a movie of Tom Cruise, but that's the Rain Man. And let me show you the real life person. Give me a moment. Team Peak. This person. So this is the person that he could never lead a normal life, and if his dad took care of him, and at the age of 51, all his life his parents took care of him. So this is the man with this kind of memory. So what does it prove? It proves that just remember he never had a job, he was not a scientist or anything. What does that prove? That proves that just memorizing will not help. Just memorizing and remembering everything. Like I get a lot of complaint. I can't remember this, I can't remember this. Bro, that's normal. That's what everyone faces, right? You cannot remember everything. That's normal. So if you could remember everything, maybe you could not lead a normal life. So you don't need to remember everything, and remembering everything will not help. So memorizing will not determine your success. Remembering everything will not determine your success or mastery in anything. What do you need with that? You need to remember the right thing at the right moment. Right thing? What is the right thing? The things that are important for the exam. If you are taking the exam, important for the exam. Right moment at the exam hall, right? At the exam hall. Like you know everything, but you just couldn't remember it during the exam. But after the exam, you remember all of it. This happened, na? This happens with everyone. Did I unmute myself? Yeah, I will talk about all these things. So, one thing, guys, if you have any question, give me in the chat box, okay? Do not interrupt me. That will, you will like, if you interrupt, then you will not like enjoy the class, okay? And it will take a lot of time. Anyway, give me in the chat box. I will give you time after the class. And this happens to all my classes. So, at the right moment, at the exam hall, after the exam, no matter how much you remember, that's not the point and that will not help. So, our goal, so you have to remember the right thing at the right moment for like during operation. This is an exam too. Okay. As this is MRCS. So, our courses are designed and routines are designed in three way, so you can remember the right thing at the right moment. So it's a structure. That's why I tell everyone to join the orientation class. A lot of people will join later. They will not watch the orientation class. They will feel like, okay, I got late, so I need to do this, I need to do the classes first. No, orientation is first, because they ask me the same question afterwards, and they don't get the answer properly, and I cannot give the answer properly even if I want. So what happens? You have to be very clear what you need to know to pass the exam. Why I'm emphasizing on pass the exam? Because I'm not here to give you a PhD here in any topic. I don't hold one. I cannot give one. And in many topics, there are people who knows more than me. But remember, our goal is to pass the exam. You don't need a PhD. You don't need a detailed knowledge about it, but you need to know what's important for the exam and what are the things that come in the exam and what are the things you must remember to pass this exam. So you must be very clear. So we take a broad approach first in the topics class. So in the topics, we go as much details as possible, but not unimportant details. From the details, what did we do? We chose the words that used in main exam. Where did we find these words from? From previous exam papers. Okay, like from book, we took some word and checked that what are the words they use, and we replaced those words to our notes and classes. Again, so attention to details. Like Mukesh Ambani said, the devil is in the details. Okay, so Mukesh Ambani always says that. How did I know it? I saw an interview and he said it there that the devil is in the details. So, what do? We take a detailed approach of every topic, but not that much detail that you get Grey's Anatomy, everything. No. From let's say this dot is the topic, and around the topic, the things that are important. It looks a little bit weird, David. Anyway, so around that topic, give a box. This is good now. So Around that topic, we cover some things. Okay. So for every topic, it's like that. Then these are the topics class. These are in first. Then we have recalls classes. In recalls, we explain each and every question, each 300 question from only the important diets. And we know very well which diets are important. We know very well which diets are important. And we give you all those. Like for September, we included in the routine which recalls we will be taking. So all questions will be explained. What's your job? Your job is to listen. Your job is to listen to my classes, and this is the stage where you will be start you will start hearing my voice everywhere, because you will be listening these classes 5 6 hours every day, and you will be hearing my voice. So I will be explaining all 300 questions from every day. So we have some recalls explanation in our YouTube channel. You go there and you can watch one or two, but that's not important. Then we will have revision classes. What are the revision classes? Revision classes are specific classes which will tell you, in which I will tell you that what are the topics that are specifically important for September. What are the new topics they asked question about, if there's any, and what are the things you will be studying in last 2 months or 1 month. 1 month. Then we have mocks, and then we have final suggestion. So this is the ladder, and let me tell you about each ladder, significance of each ladder. Topics. Topics are mainly basics. Topics are mainly basics. Okay. Anatomy, physiology, pathology, microbiology, and forget biostat, guys. Forget biostat and pharmacology. Never ask me anything about those things, and never, you don't even think about those things. I will tell you how do you do it. So then paper 2, we have, I'll be coming to paper 2 later. So basics are almost same. So in anatomy, we have neuroanatomy, head neck like classes. Let me tell you about the marks. So in paper 1, we have total 180 marks in this subject. So almost 70% of the mark, 70% of the mark comes from anatomy, 20% from physiology, pathology, PP, and all other comprises 10%. And from it, almost 6 to 7% from microbiology, pharma, and biostat. Some specific questions. Everyone knows what are those questions. Like, not everyone. All the people who takes classes, they know what are the questions comes from pharma and biostat. And if they don't know it, you should not be taking their classes, because this is the easiest part. Even if you don't search any previous question, you will know what are the questions are coming from here. Everyone knows it. If they don't know, they don't have the right to open a course. Okay. So microbiology also, we have one class and one chart. Study that chart, and I always update the chart before exam, because you will have two exams while your course running. April exam will happen, and as you started early, January exam will happen. So in January exam, there might be some new questions. In April, there might be some new questions. So all those you will be getting after April in our recalls and revisions. Okay. So all those will be added to our arrows. I will be talking about it. Don't worry. From anatomy. So first topics classes will be taken. I'll be taking up neuroanatomy, head, neck. We have divided it into 7 classes, and after each class there will be an exam. mock exam, 50 marks. And what do? You watch the class. What's the serial? These are basics. Basics are almost basics are same, except new topics are added. So there will be two classes for each, one in Bangla, one in English. One will be live, one will be recorded. Okay. Now, in 8 months and 6 months, almost all classes are live. And which classes are recorded? The basics that never changed, but they are not always recorded. They are always there live too, if needed. Okay. So, like physiology, let's say blood, coagulation cascade. So, no matter what question come, coagulation cascade will be coagulation cascade. Okay. So, like fibrin from thrombin. So, these things will never change, right? Then again, inflammation, like how neutrophil migrates to tissue. Will it ever change? No matter how hard the question is. Neutrophil will always migrate by margination, rolling, and all these things. So for these basics, these classes are recorded. Okay, both in Bangla and English, and if needed, taken live. Don't worry about it. Then, so two classes, one in Bangla, one in English, one will be live and one will be recorded because we have foreign candidates, we have Bangladeshi candidates too. Now, then, so for 70% mark and 20% mark, you have to give most of your time. Most of your time. Okay. But most of your time, first you have to watch the class. First, you have to watch the class. Then you go to, when while watching the class, you take our notes. Take our notes in front of you. I will explain something and I will tell you, mark these things. And you mark these things. Make notes on my book. Make notes. Sometimes there are some corrections. I will tell you that correct these things. So you take notes. And after that, whenever you get time, you take a study session. How? 90 minutes. Then have a break. 10 minutes. Then 90 minutes. Like this. You don't have to watch total class at at one time because it's a 2 3 hour class and human brain gets overloaded very quickly. We are not AI. We get overloaded and our brain needs glucose, a lot of glucose for that. So this is a study that says that our human brain loses its concentration after 90 minutes. By practice we can increase it, but 90 minutes is ideal for starting. Okay, so you have a 90-minute study session, then have a gap, then study again. Okay, but you have to sit again after 10 minutes, right? It's not like you study 90 minutes, then you go to Instagram and start watching reels for 90 days. No, don't do that. Don't do that. So that's how you study. So 70% mark will come from anatomy. So you have to give most of your time and emphasize, and you do neuroanatomy class, then give your heart, soul, life, everything to neuroanatomy, and don't think about anything else. Don't think about head, neck, don't think about upper limb, nothing. Forget those things exist. Forget it. You just do neuroanatomy. Okay. Then when you give the exam, after that, never you ever think that, can I remember? Will I remember? Will I forget? Forget it, man. You just forget it. You don't need to think anything at all. What you do, you start head neck class and you focus all your energy to head neck. Don't think about neuroanatomy. Don't think about upper limb or anything. You just study head neck, and head neck for that 7 days. So remembering is not your job, it's your brain's job. And if, then what will happen? You don't think about it. You don't think about it. When you stress your brain, your performance gets lowered. So you don't think about it. So that's how you move on to our last class. Let's say lower limb. Then we will give you a 7 day break to prepare for paper final exam. On that 7 day, you revise everything. Revise everything from neuroanatomy to lower limb. Revise everything. Study everything then. So that's the first time you will have a revision. Sorry, guys. Okay. And then we'll start paper two. Paper two. And oh, forgot to tell you about physiology, pathology. We have 7 classes for physiology and 3 classes for pathology. Almost 10 classes. Almost, not almost, 10 classes for physiology and pathology. And these will give you the basics for your life. For your life. For your life. You give any exam. Any exam. Either it's in case of Bangladesh FCPS, MS, or anything. All your life, you will be my after my classes, your eyes will be so clear, so clear, so clear that you will be happy that you took the classes. So what you do these classes, but these are basics and these are little bit broad, and you will get one line small questions in your exam. For that, we have our arrows. After doing these classes, you just study these one line, one exam. But when we cover all the topics, then you go to this. Then you go to this. Why? Because there are a lot of questions which you will not understand because those are related to surgery part. So we need to complete surgery part for going to this shortcut. Okay. So this is the mark distribution and style. So mark distribution is 180 in paper 1, 120 in paper 2. In this 180, 70% will come from anatomy, then 20% will come from physiology, pathology, 10% from others. That means almost like it varies 100 to 120 questions you will have. 100, almost 100, not 120. So in between this number, because sometimes they give more, sometimes they give less. 100 questions from anatomy. Okay. 30, like not 100. 100 is too much. Okay, too much. 80 maximum. 80 question you will have from anatomy. Okay. Then 45 to 50 question from, don't tell me to add. We have it. We have it. Don't worry. We have it. 55 to 45 to 50 question from physiology, pathology, then from microbiology 7, 8, sometimes 10, and then from biostat sometimes one question, from pharmacology two question, like this. This is the average number. It varies. It varies. So then 120 from paper 2. In paper 2 we have emergency, trauma, perioperative. We talk about percentage. Almost 70% of the marks comes from these things. And we have surgery part. In surgery part, we have abdominal surgery, colorectal surgery, vascular surgery, urology, breast and endocrine, head neck surgery. So all these things, skin, orthopedics, all these things will have only 30% questions. That means you will have almost 6 to 7 questions from each topic. And these are your emergency, trauma, and perioperative, which will have almost 70% of the questions. And we have 3 classes for it. These are big classes, and everything is covered in three classes. And here we have 9 to 10 classes almost. So from 9 classes, you are getting 30% mark. From 3 classes, you are getting 70% mark. So what do? You give most of your energy here because energy is important. We all have job. We all have our life too. It's not like you study, study, study and you die. No, no one wants that. No one, everyone wants a good life. So then, so give most of your energy to these 3 topics. Now, when our topics classes end, we will start our recalls. Recalls. Then, what will you do? I'll take 300 questions explaining, and you will know how do I explain it. And what will happen? You just revise those you have studied and study the arrows. So broad, then we narrow down a little bit. Revision classes. Then recalls, just watch. You don't have to study anything from recalls. Everything that will come to your exam, I will tell you in classes. Every single thing that are important for your exam, I will tell you. Recalls, those who takes my course, they don't even have to study it separately. From topics classes, it will be covered. In revision, I will narrow down the topics for your exam. And in final suggestion, this will be so much narrowed that you will have only 15 pages to study before 2 3 days of the exam. So before 2 3 days of the exam, you just study these 15 pages, and as a result, you pass the exam. How can I say that? I can say that because, see, I can say that because of thousands of feedback, thousands of feedback. People texting me. Oh, and what kind of people are here? There are people from Bangladesh, of course, from Pakistan, from India, and we deliver crests to Nigeria, like a Nigerian guy in UK. Okay, so we deliver crests to Nigeria. So we have crossed boundaries like no one ever did from Bangladesh. No one, not a single person did. Like we have crossed boundaries in such a way, like you can, anyway. So because of our content, it's so enriched, and we make things so simplified and clear that you need nothing else. Nothing else means, let's say, EMRCS or Fauzia sheet or any sheet. And people, what do people do these days? They take our final suggestion from our students. You people will give it. You people, before the exam, you will give it. I know. Guys, mute yourself. So these days, sorry guys. Okay. Okay. Sorry guys, just muted you all. Don't mind. So what do we do? Like, you need nothing. You just need nothing, because we have, how did we do it? Bro, I don't have a life. You can say me lifeless. You can, like, for last 3 years, what did I do? I didn't do anything. Like, I just searched for, why did I not do that? If I decide to do something, I get obsessed with it. I get obsessed. And what happens as a result of that? I cannot do anything else. That's the problem, in fact. So, what did I do? Who has such time to check every question from 2011 to 2023 when we started? I did with all these things, and these things changed people's life, and of course, my life too, in some good way, in some bad way too, like my family life or whatever. I don't have any life right now except this thing. Okay, so what did I do? I just did these things. I just did these things. Then what did I do? Made the notes out of everything that's important. Then what did I do? I started working on our website, like question bank. I started working. Why did I start working on my question bank? Because I started with EMRCS, but it was haphazard, of course. And then in the exam hall, I just found no question from EMRCS. This was so stressful. It increased my stress up to 200%. Then what did I do? No, man, I need my own website. So what did we do? We made it. And what's the difference? Let me show you. So so this is the home you will be having. So right now it's free for everyone because we just launched it just 1 month. We have almost 1000 subscribers. So to all those people who have EMRCS, you will see that there is no organization. Like in anatomy, you will have one neuroanatomy question, then you will have one lower limb question, then we will have embryology and development question. They don't have embryology and development in a separate way anyway. So pelvis and perineum question. So how can you study with such a thing? How can you study? So people say start studying EMRCS. So I got a question from here. I got a question from, how can we study from there? So what did I do? I made my own question bank, which is live now anyway. So what did we do? Then again, when I start solving questions, what will happen? Let's say we this answer. Okay. Okay. So let's say this answer. So you study from there, right? The thing they gave in the explanation, a lot of things never come in exam. And we study, and we memorize it. But in the exam hall, I see questions are coming from some alien places. So what did we do? We same thing. We organized it and then we added explanation tailored to the MRCS exam. Like the things that comes in MRCS, only those things in details are mentioned here. So if this is neuroanatomy, let's say paper 2 and surgery and allied. Let's see. Uh, let's see colorectal surgery. Our questions numbers are low because it's free. If we give all the questions, not low still. We have almost 1800 questions. So if we give all the questions now, who will subscribe us, right? Mhm. So this is the question and this is the explanation. Okay. This is the explanation. And we explained why other options are wrong. And then we gave a detailed explanation of what you need. Now, so let's say this is one question. You go to next question and you go to next question. All the questions are same. We added a short note specifically tailored to MRCS exam. So what you do, you know it. Only the things that are important. Only the things that are important. Let's see. This question is from ethylene oxide, right? And this question is from ethylene oxide, right? Explanation is same. Why? You will get almost 5 to 10 questions with same answer. Why? So you study it and it becomes your habit. You study one thing 5 times. Either you study it from one question or 10 questions. You study one thing 5 times, so you remember better. So you remember it easily. So we have paid so much attention to details that you will love to use it. So we have our own question bank, we have our own notes, and which is almost subscribed by almost 1000 people. We started in just last of November, and this is December, 1 month. It's been 1 month. So so you have everything. So what will be the serial? Follow the classes. You might have all the basics, still you need to know some things, a lot of things you need to know. Then you give the exams, and in the meantime, whenever you are free, you solve question from our website. Solve questions from our website and just watch the explanation. Okay, run your eyes through it. Run your eyes through it. Okay, so after some days um, it will be paid for all over the world for everyone anyway. So so now who are giving feedbacks here? Who are giving feedbacks here? Here we have people who are away from studies. Highest, how many years? I had a candidate in 2024 January, and she passed MBBS in 96. No, 98. Okay. So what's the gap? I'm bad in math. Don't judge me. Okay. So one, two, 1998, right? So 26 years gap. After 26 years, little kid turns into Amitabh Bachchan, right? A 10-year-old boy becomes Joshim in Bangla movie. So after 26 years, two people. uh, uh, this is the this one is my oldest candidate with having so many gaps. Two friends contacted me that I want to take this course, and will 6 months be enough? I said, you just follow what I say, and the stick you are Moses. Okay. And the way appeared, and they passed. And they're like everyone who did my course, all of them are connected to me till now. All of them. So so it's been so gap is not a thing if you do my class. Gap is not a thing. So then interns. Then we have interns. Like there are some people who passed part A from me and passed part B too when I didn't even have the time to sit for that. Okay, there are interns who did that. So then again, of course, we have job holders like all level up to associate professors. Okay, up to associate. Okay, so then like in all ages who have time, who doesn't have time, everyone, all you have to do, you just do the class first. Do class, guys, you will have everything in the class. You know a lot of things, but you need to know what to focus on. So my job is to make the way for you. My job is to make the way for you. So these are like this then. So what did I talk about? I talked about the question pattern, mark distribution. Question pattern in our website. Just do some random question solving. You will have five options with one clinical scenario. Remember, these are SBA. SBA means single best answer. What is a single best answer? Best answer, not the right answer. Right answer is straightforward. Straightforward. Okay. Straightforward. Right option versus best option. Okay. Let's say let's say you are getting married. Okay. And you have two two girls or boys your parents chose you for. Like these days it doesn't happen. Just for the example, let's say two boys or girls. Let's stick with girls. Okay. Beautiful young lady, two beautiful young lady your parents chose you for. Both are beautiful. Okay. Both are beautiful. So for boys, being beautiful is enough. You don't need to see anything, like for most of the boys, right? So both are right choices. But you cannot marry two beautiful young ladies at one time, right? You have to choose the best one. So in your exam too, you will have five beautiful young ladies options. Like all of the options will be so beautiful. You will feel like all of them are right answers. All of them are right. But you cannot choose five. Okay. You have to choose one option, the one that is best. Now, see, see, let me give you an easier example. Let's say a abdominal injury. abdominal injury, right? And you need to do an investigation. You need to do an investigation. Okay. So you can do EUSG, you can do CT. So in case of abdominal investigation, USG is right, CT is also right. But depending on the situation, depending on the situation, you have to choose one best option. Okay. Or X-ray, right? Depending on the situation. So let me give you a situation, that is a pregnant woman got abdominal injury. Abdominal injury. So what's the best investigation for this woman? In case of soft tissue injury, you can get confused that it's a pregnant woman. Let's say they gave USG and CT. So you can think like, okay, I need to do USG too. So USG is partially right. Okay. USG, if you can, you want to see how is the baby and all these things, or if there's a collection. But CT will be the best option because you have to assess surrounding structures too, surrounding soft tissue and everything if there's any injury. So both can be right or all five can be right, but you have to choose the best one. So that's why you need to differentiate, and you will have a lot of confusing thing like it in your whole course. Then you will know it. So, so this is a question of single best answer and surgical. You will be studying surgical anatomy. Surgical anatomy. That means you don't need to know all the lining epithelium of your body. So that's a good news, right? What's wrong with all the lining epithelium? See, that's not surgically relevant. Surgically, not surgically relevant. What is surgically relevant? Only esophagus and your anus. Okay, so you need to know just these two. It's like that. So you will only study the surgically relevant things I tell you to study. Other things is just waste of time. Waste of time. So you will be studying surgical related everything. So I just described the question pattern, mark distribution, that is syllabus, and how our course designed in like broad. Then we narrowed down. Why? So you remember it clearly, remember it better. We concise and we clear what to study, what not to study. Okay, like the man who knows how to fight will win many battles. Many battles. I tell it every time. But the person who knows which battle to fight and which battle to leave, which battle to fight and which one to leave, will win every war. Okay. So you need to know there are certain things you need to leave. Okay. So you will be able to remember the important things, and that's what important. That's what is important. Then our course schedule. Let's talk about our groups. We will have three groups. One will be class group. In class group, we will post live class links and we will give recorded classes. No texts or anything allowed in this group. Then we have exams. Here too, we will give exam links, and these will be replaced soon by our website link. soon. We are hoping. Then we will have question posting. Only in this group you post your queries or questions. Queries, questions you post here. Okay. Then our team. In our team, I am the least important person. Okay. I am the least important person. Why? I do nothing. I just take classes. I just take classes. All your needs, all your questions will be attended by my co mentor. Right now, it's Dr. Raisa. And all your other questions, like your books or anything, you will be contacting our this number 01328895. Sorry, guys, I forgot the number. See, uh, 1 minute, give me 1 minute. 013288. Sorry, guys. I will give you the number later on. Okay. I cannot remember. Anyway, so in our posters, we have that number. So then what will happen? You talk to our WhatsApp number about all your other queries, WhatsApp. And you can contact Dr. Raisa too. You will be having her in our group as co-mentor. WhatsApp. Connect our WhatsApp. Okay, so I'm the least important person. You will have books, you will have drive access. And in our drive, you will see that all our notes are there, soft copy. All notes are there. And it's organized as paper one, paper two. Then we have charts. All the important charts are there. Then we have arrows, all the one lines. All the one lines are there. But I recommend and I tell everyone that you go for this at last. I will tell you. But people are impatient. People are impatient. I know. No problem. Sometimes they just say, when we will study the arrows, when we will study the arrows, because the name is fancy, arrows. Okay. So we will study it later. When we need it, I will tell you. Then we have flashcards. Flashcards are the X-rays or other pictures that will help you for remembering. Okay, help you for remembering. And we planned our course in such a way, like there is a curve called forgetting curve. Forgetting curve. And the curve goes like this. After day one, 70% of your memory of that topic, when you study a new topic, but with my classes, that doesn't happen because I follow some principles so that you can remember and retain as much information as possible from my classes. Maybe with this orientation class also, you are noticing that I talk in such a way that it's easier to remember. When I talk in Bangla, it's more easy to remember. Anyway, so when we start studying a new topic, after day one, after 1 day, we forget almost 70%. So what did we do? We designed our course in a way so that after specific interval, you study the same thing again, so you don't forget. So your forgetting curve becomes like this, and you remember most of the things if you can follow the routine. You will be able to follow the routine. It's not so hard. Okay. So you will remember better. Then, so these are the materials we need. Let's talk about now. Talked about syllabus, course, classes, marks, question type, groups. Okay, almost everything is covered. Now I'm going to tell you, show you some things. Like these are our books. And this is the three step how we design our courses. So we take a lot of time to design all these things. So this will be your type neuroanatomy, then exam link, head neck, then exam link, upper limb, then exam link, and we have our question bank. Everyone subscribe our question bank. Then we have physiology, pathology, then paper one exam full, then paper two, then recalls discussion, then rapid revision. So you will be revising a lot of things, a lot of times. You will be revising a lot of times. So there is no chance that you will forget important things. I will not let you forget important things. Then we have six books, not six books, mainly two books only. Let's say two books. This we deliver all over the world. This one is one of my favorite students. So and I kept this picture specifically because there are some other pictures too. It was taken in a good aesthetic way. Okay, so this one volume 2 and volume 1. Volume 1 is anatomy only, and volume 2 we have everything plus paper 2. Paper 2, and you just follow these two books. Nothing else. Why nothing else? Because our brain gets overloaded with unnecessary information, and you cannot remember. Like me, you will be unable to remember the name of Rain Man, Kim Peek. Okay, so I just told you again. Okay, so and we have recalls books, and recalls books we will get after April exam, because after each exam within 7 to 10 days we update the recalls. Within 7 to 10 days we update the recalls. So after January exam, April batch candidates will get their recall, and after April exam you will get your recall. Okay, then so everything almost explained. Now about the fees of the exam. For part A you will be needing 650 pounds, depending on the dollar rate, USD rate, in fact, depending on the USD rate in Bangladesh. So every day it varies. Every day it varies. Sometimes it's 1 lakh, 1 lakh 2. But don't be fooled, guys. Don't be fooled. This is just your rate for online or internet, or Google will give you this rate. But you are purchasing it. You are purchasing it, right? So banks will sell it to you in more rates, and they will take conversion charge too. What's the conversion charge? It's almost 5% for each bank now. So with 1 lakh 2, for example, they will add 5%, and some banks will add 15% VAT. So you will be having almost 120 for this exam, more than 120 to 122, 123 sometimes. So when you pay via bank, this will happen. So for part A, your expense will be one, depending on the bank. Let's say, let's keep it 5% conversion charge, 108 from 122. 122 is the will be the fee for part A. For part B, it's very detailed. First pass part A, then you can talk about part B, because it will be taking a lot of time. And remember always, money is not important, but not important than time. And I learned it in a very hard way. Very hard way. How? Everyone, see, we have a common regret. What's that regret? When I'm 50, I get 50 crore in my bank. What will I do with that money? I am young now. Why don't I have it now? So, see, what is it about? Time, right? What is it about? Time. So that's how I can prove that time is more important than money. Because if this beautiful time is gone, what will you do with it? Maybe you will do a lot of it. Like at that age, you will be needing that too. But what will you do with it? Like, give your grandkids and all those people. Now, what do I do? What do? You just follow the classes. What not to do? Taking stress. That's my job. That's my job. You don't take stress. You don't think anything. You don't think anything. You just follow the classes, because I tailor everything specifically to your exam. Specifically to your exam. So you don't have to go to any other books. What's important, what's not important. You don't have to worry about what kind of question will come. So all you have to do is just to follow. And I do it the best among this MRCS world. Why? Because I always believe being mediocre is a very bad place. Very bad place. Like, who are the most sufferers in our country? The mid level. Interns are chilling too. The professors are chilling too. So being in the middle is tough. Okay. So if I was at the low level, that I have a course, yeah, I do it, I don't do it, I would not have so many candidates. I would not have that. Like when, and if I was in the middle, I would not have this many people passing from here, right? And I'm not at the top two, but I can say I'm here. Why I'm not at the top? Only reason is the time. It's been just 2 years, 3 years, and a lot of people doesn't know me. Not, I'm not talking about Bangladesh. I'm talking about the world. My eyes are very far, very big. So if you have any question, please ask. Any questions, guys? Oh, should I unmute you? Hello, everyone.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
After March, should we pay again for subscription of question bank, or it will be free for us?
For enrolled candidates,
Yeah,
it will be either free, totally free, or just some maintenance cost maybe. No, I will be keeping it free for our enrolled candidates. Okay, I will be keeping it free almost. Uh,
mm,
in fact, the people who uh, pays the what do I say, one time payment, on one time payment, our team will sit with it because we didn't decide it yet. Okay, people who are on one time payment, they will get books free, and of course question banks free too. Okay, and I will try that I keep it free for all enrolled candidates. Okay,
thanks.
great. No problem. You can, if we talk about it, I will keep that in mind that you are my enrolled candidate and you deserve to have it free. Okay. Anyone else? Any question? Okay, guys, then I'm just signing off right now. And if you have any question, you remember after the class, just like I said, okay, you can inbox me. You will find my Telegram ID as Dr. Khan, and on Facebook or in WhatsApp. If you knock, if you need anything, they will assist you. And if you ask me, I will always answer. I might be late sometimes, but I will always get back. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.